Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, you are so welcome and thank you for being here. And if you have been here for a while, it finally happened. I finally coloured my hair back after a lot of pressure from my mother and some hints and wishes from my boyfriend, because this is the colour I had when we first met, so I've gone back. What I want to do today is make a video of 10 things that you can do when you're self-isolating or in quarantine, because guys, are we bored or are we bored? Like I said in my last video, we need to be able to be bored. However, there are things we can do in our homes, and I have 10 things for you today that you should try and everyone can try without having to go out and buy anything. So I'm gonna give you those 10 things right now. Number one is going to be a little bit of an obvious one, but I have some new angles for you. So it's basically binge watching. Kind of obvious, but you have Netflix, you have Amazon Prime, you have YouTube. So if you don't have Netflix or Amazon Prime, because those are obviously subscription based, you can do YouTube. Now, I would recommend re-watching or watching for the first time all of Shane Dawson's stuff, because I find that really entertaining. But have a look. If you're into makeup, you've got Jeffree Star, you've got Nikki Tutorials. If you like news, someone who does the news really well and quite unbiased is Philip DeFranco. But then if you do have Netflix, I watched something last night that I never thought I'd bother watching, and it's called 100 Humans. It's basically 100 humans being put into situations where they have to solve riddles, where they have to be a part of certain experiments. It's basically questions that we might all be wondering, but nobody's actually done this before, so I would definitely recommend 100 Humans. Also on YouTube, I've been watching Brad Mondo reacting to all the America's Top Model makeovers, just because that's quite funny and he is quite funny to watch. So Brad Mondo, if you're interested in hair and makeovers. Number two, something that might take a little bit of encouragement. So it's basically having a tidy up, but not just any tidy up. You can do your closet. Go through your clothes. What can you donate? What can you throw away? I did my nail polish collection. I got rid of about 20-30 nail polishes, and the reason was basically I'd had them for years. They were definitely expired, but for some reason I'm just keeping them. So decluttering, closet, makeup collection, emails, any other collections that you might have. Maybe you have a tool shed out back that needs a little bit of TLC, or one that I did the other day, and I still, listen, this one in particular will take you days to finish. Clear out your phone, your tablet, and your computer for photos that you don't need. Get rid of all of them, and then go on your computer and categorize all the folders with all the pictures, so you can actually go in when you're bored and you can have a look at them. And you might find so many awesome pictures that will bring so many great memories back. If you have a scanner as well, scan your actual physical photos so you have a digital copy. I remember my mum doing that. She got very carried away and she was starting to scan, or maybe it was, no, she was laminating salamis. If you have a laminator, make yourself some coasters. Number three, and this is going to tie in with number two, so make loads and loads of video calls with your family and friends. And I'm sure you're doing this already, but now throw your mind back to the photos that you have just cleaned. Maybe you found some from high school, maybe earlier than that, maybe your childhood. There's pictures of you and your friends. Do you still talk to those friends? If not, maybe that picture can be a conversation starter for you. So you have these pictures, these memories. Maybe you went on a boat trip together when you were children with your families. Take this picture, send them a message and see, oh, do you remember this? And now you have a conversation going. And you have probably a plethora of people that you can have different conversations with. You could probably get some conversations going that are not isolation and virus related. Number four, learn a new skill. Now, if you saw my last video, you know that I am learning how to juggle, and I am getting quite good at it. I can sustain it now for more than just 2 or 3 rounds before they fall. As you'll see a video on the side here, you can see that they're all over the place. The formation in which I am throwing the balls is a little bit everywhere, but you can see that I have kind of learned how to adjust they're not just dropping when they're out of formation. I'm kind of stretching out and getting them. So if you want to learn how to juggle, you don't necessarily have to have balls. You can have rolled up socks. Now, if you use rolled up socks, I recommend putting something inside them so they have, so they have some weight to them, because it's easier when they're a bit weighty. So the video that I learnt juggling from was by Taylor Tries, and she explains it really, really well, and her whole channel is committed to like games and different types of juggling. I will link her video down below if you want to try, because she made it so easy to understand the flow and how I should be moving my hands and what points I should be aiming for. So definitely check her out, links down below. I'd also recommend knitting, also origami. Now, this is something that I would never try, but then I had a friend on Facebook the other day and he was saying today's skill is origami, and I was like, oh, okay. So I watched it, and would you believe that I managed to make this swan? This is Bob the Swan. And I mean, if you look at him quite closely, I did butcher his beak a little bit, but that is a swan, and I made it, and I've never done that before. So origami, again, YouTube, just put in how to make an origami, and then you can either fill in or just stop there and go enter, and stuff will come up. And if you have paper, you can do this. Then you have cooking or baking, which I am horrendous at. I don't know why. I can honestly follow a recipe to the T, and it still turns out awful. I do believe that anyone can learn. If you want to try some new recipes, if you want to try something you've never tried before, I know Hugo is baking banana bread. Sadly, not here. He's up in Oxfordshire. Anyway, recipes on Google, on YouTube if you want to watch people do it. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to watch somebody bake and cook. Learn a new language with Duolingo. Duolingo's free. It's an app or a website, whichever you prefer. Download it on your phone or get on your computer, and they have so many languages, and it's really easy to start off with. And then makeup, of course, which is my passion and what I usually do on this channel. I have a couple of videos linked down below if you want to learn how to do really easy and broken down eyeshadow. I also have if you want to make flawless skin, so with your foundation, your concealer, bronzer, and all the things that go into making your canvas really nice and pretty. I have links down below. I'll also do a couple of cards up in the corner if you prefer that. But also, if you want to learn how to do makeup or tweak a technique or do something that you don't know how to do, maybe cut crease isn't something that you've done before, YouTube honestly is a plethora of learning for you. Someone who does really good winged liner is Stephanie Lang. I'll see if I can find one of her videos and I'll link that down below as well, but she does really, really beautiful winged liner. Number 5, and some of you are going to be like, nope, I'm out. Stick with me because you might want to hear the other ones. This is a home workout. I think it's really, 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 really important to keep your body going. What I do is basically a full song of one thing. So easy, and you can do as many or as few as you like. So on the side here, I'm going to put a list of what I do. The first thing I always start with is jogging on the spot. So I pick a song, any song you like, and you start jogging on the spot. Jogging, maybe skipping, switching between skipping, maybe jumping on one leg for a bit, jumping on the other leg for a bit, and then back to jogging, just to keep it fun and keep it simple, keep it going and not boring. That's one of the things that I do. I do a full song of hip bridges, sit-ups, not necessarily push-ups. I can't do a full song of push-ups, but I do a full song of arms, which is basically me standing up, stationary arm movements, like holding, turning, trying to fly, and then up and down, and then Matt Mattock's arms, if you know what that is. That is this. Full song of doing that, and honestly you'll feel it in your arms. So yeah, the list is here. That's the stuff that I do. If you want to take a screenshot and maybe try this yourself, I would really, really recommend it. It's fun, and what you can also do, you don't have to do all of them. Maybe today you just want to do 3. Maybe you do the jogging, maybe you do the sit-ups, and maybe you do the hip bridges. That's all you're going to do today. That's still amazing that you managed to do that. And a song is what, 5, maybe 6 minutes long, and it will take some of your time away. Number 6, another a little bit obvious one, but I think a lot of us aren't doing this, but we want to, and it's literally read an actual book. I'm also a fan of Audible. If you're not a really strong reader or you'd rather listen because you take in information better like that, Audible, I'm pretty sure they do a month free, like a trial month. I'll see if I can find that and link that down below, but they definitely do some sort of deal the first month to see if you like it. You also have Kindle if you're not if you still want to look on your screen, but you still want to read. And I challenge you, if there's something that you're interested in, try reading loads about it and make yourself an expert. Hugo has read so many books about Napoleon, the Romans, and Waterloo. He's very interested in war history. So I'll put little footage up of some of his books. But he has more or less made himself an expert on these topics. So if there's something that you're really interested in and you wish you knew more about, just get yourself loads of books about it and then just start reading. And then this can be the new conversation starter when you finally get to go outside and meet your colleagues, your friends, and your family again. And you can be like, guess what I learnt? And then you can show off. Number 7, and this is something that I love to do, redecorating. Now this can be a lot of things. If you have paint and you've been putting off painting a wall or painting furniture, go ahead and do it now. Or if you have a broken chair with a wobbly leg, anything like that, do it now. But my absolute favorite thing to do, I think, it's definitely my top 10 favorite things to do, is rearrange furniture. Honestly, it's like you're creating a whole new room, and because you're cooped up inside right now, maybe moving around the furniture and creating a new space will make it a little bit easier to stay in and day out. Number 8, how many of us have got board games stuffed away somewhere and we never use them? I've got board games that still got the plastic on, which is sad because actually, once I get the board game out and on the table and we're ready to go, it's one of the most satisfying and fun things to do, in my opinion. If you're a family, get your board games out, get the kids involved. If it's a couple, you've got card games or there's loads of 2-player board games. I mean, me and Hugo, we make it work. If you're like me and you're self-isolating and you're by yourself, solitaire is probably the most boring thing, but if you like that, go right ahead. But jigsaws. And if you don't have a jigsaw in your house, there are loads of jigsaw apps on your phone or your tablet. And actually, jigsaws, at least for me, help me de-stress because it completely focuses my brain on this one thing and you're creating a picture which is for a lot of people quite calming. So if you're a little bit anxious during these days, I'm completely with you and I completely understand. Maybe do a jigsaw to just go and to give your brain a break from what it's currently going through. Number 9, and this is a fun one, honestly. If you like taking pictures and you like social media, create an Instagram account for anything. For your pets, for your plants, for your cooking, you know, that new skill, you know, that you're working on. Make an Instagram account for that. It will keep you going and it will also motivate you to actually further this skill that you've started. Have you seen that egg that's got its own Instagram account and it's apparently got more likes than any other picture on the whole internet? And it's an egg. Maybe you have a cool looking broccoli in your fridge that could do with an Instagram account. And then number 10 is the most important one, and it's for everybody. From the butchest of lumberjacks to the most feminine of women or men. You need to pamper yourself and you need to have me time. Now that can be loads of things. It can be the jigsaw, or it can be the whole face mask, foot bath. Maybe get your headphones on and listen to a whole album. Now, when was the last time you did that? From start to finish, a whole album of your favorite music or your favorite artists, or maybe discover some new music on Spotify. Plug in, zone out, and listen to all of it. And I think it's quite important during this me time to actually allow yourself to think about how you actually feel. Even if you're a strong kind of person that's like, nothing faces me, I'm not bothered, I'm gonna live through this. Amazing. That's kind of like me. I know that even though I'm a really strong person and I'm immune to so many things that a lot of people get upset about, this has made me anxious. This has made me stressed and this has made me insecure. And I think it's really important to actually think about how you actually feel. And there's absolutely no shame in that. You can do that by yourself or maybe with the friends and family that you contact on video or on phone call. Have a chat because they're going to listen and they're going to understand. And if they don't, hit me up and I will listen and I will understand, because it's a trying time for everybody and we're all insecure. But tell you what, there's going to be a tomorrow. This is going to pass. When, we don't exactly know, but it will. It will go away. I hope these 10 things were helpful for you. Maybe you're going to try some. Please leave me some comments down below if there are things that you do that you would like to share. So before you leave this video, have a look in the comments and see if anybody's put anything that they do and maybe it's different from the stuff that I've put in my video. So please do comment down below whatever you're doing to fill your day. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in my next video. Please stay safe and have a lovely, 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 lovely day. Bye.